So we have to be careful, because the real scientists, they will tell you, listen, we work just inside the universe, yeah? But we don't go say there's no God, or you see what I'm saying? That's one of the scientists. He was 50 years atheist. Then he became a God believer, not Muslim or Christian, but Tony Flew, yeah. He said one thing confuses me. He said, okay, for the sake of argument, this universe came randomly, yeah? What about the law of the universe? Who put that law? The physics law, and why there's a law? Why the sun has to come before the moon, then the moon comes after, then there's an order. That's why Abu Iyad mentioned a good point where he said the truth that the prophets and messengers came with, everyone can observe it. You cannot manipulate it. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides us to reflect upon the creations of the heavens and the earth, and to reflect upon His legislative science, Quran and the Sunnah. But the truth that the scientists claim to have, the only people they can analyze it, them. You can't understand. They tell you, yeah, Darwinism or what they call it, evolution is a fact. How? I got science explain to you. So you're a blind follower. That's why there's no worse. There's no more blind follower like the atheists who are laymen, blind following Richard Dawkins, Stephen Hawking, and Sam Harris, and Lawrence Krauss. Lawrence Krauss, a liar. He said universe came from nothing, then he told them no, it came from the law, or physics law. So you tell me 1 + 1 will create the creation. 2 - 2 is going to create me and you. It's a joke, akhi. So those, what they are pushing, akhi, the media, the mainstream media, are pushing the atheist scientists. But they will not show you the Muslim scientists or the Christian scientists. Why? Because go against agenda. You see what I'm saying? Like, in order for you, like when you tell them, okay, what is science? Science is collection of data through observation, then through experimentation, and you have to observe it, then you come to a conclusion. Correct, akhi? Okay, so that's the method. In order for you to say scientifically proven, he has to go through this method, yeah? So give me an example when we observed that one species evolved to completely different species. We're not talking about adaptation. Adaptation is not same, because we can't observe adaptation. But we're talking about something completely evolving to something different thing. What they tell you, no, that happened billion years ago. So you're a believer that you believe in the unseen. No. They say we don't believe in the unseen. They believe in the unseen. Because what is the unseen? There's 2 types of the unseen. There's the unseen, which is the future, yes, or the unseen, like the malaika, and Yawm al-Akhir and Jannah and Paradise. And there's the unseen, which is restricted one, meaning that you don't know what Abdurrahman Libi is doing, but Abdurrahman, people around him, they know. It's unseen to you, but it's not. And there's the unseen of the past, because you were not there. That's from the ghaib, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned. So they believe in the unseen. They believe something happened billion years ago. So you never observed it. By the way they push in universities, that's why the Muslims, akhi, wallahi, the shabab, the Muslims here in the West, even Muslim countries, akhi, wallahi, we have to make dua for them, and they have to learn, because the way people are pushing science and this Darwinism or evolution as something is a fact. If you go against it, it's better for you to, even some Muslims, if they tell you no, akhi, go against the angels or have some doubt about the angels' existence, but don't even have a doubt about Darwin theory. That's how they make it. Evolution is it's not, it's kidding. How on the earth we've been here thousands, so there is no human being for him, so there is no one. It's a time for him to evolve to something else. Why we have to stop as human? Yeah, why? Why we have to stop as human? Sheikh Fawzan, he said that we never heard, because akhi, what we have to understand, let us analyze what is randomly. Randomly meaning anything can happen, correct? But when you put, because akhi, what they do, they play with words. Okay? These atheists, they play with words. They say random, by chance, random something. Random. How is a random selection? Selection, that's contradiction. Because random, when you choose something without you selecting. Selection, by definition, when you choose something carefully.
It's a factor.
No, you analyze it, so you choose it. Like there's iPhone, other phones, so I'm selecting which one. Random, I'm just going like that. Yeah? So random selection doesn't make any sense. So let us understand by chance or random. If a random, anything can happen. A woman can give birth to chicken. She can give birth to rats. Because why? Random, akhi. Random, anything can happen, correct? But they say, no, we don't mean that. So what do you mean? Don't tell me there's microwave, then you bring me fridge. No, I'm asking, the microwave is a microwave, fridge is a fridge. So what you mean by random? That's what they play around. That's what Ibn Taymiyyah mentioned, that there's no atheist. There's no atheist in the real life. Because why? Everyone, what they do, instead, or what they do, they remove the attribute of creation from Allah and they give it to matter or to energy. So who is their God? Their creator is the energy or the matter or 1 + 1 numbers. You see, subhanallah. So they cannot escape from creator. Yeah, subhanallah. But which one makes sense? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because when you see like a camera here or an iPhone, and I tell you, look, when you analyze the iPhone, it has program, menu, you can see clearly there's wisdom behind it. Like for example, if I tell you this iPhone, like my iPhone, let me give example about my iPhone. This iPhone was made by someone who had no ability. He was completely paralyzed to make the iPhone. You tell me no, doesn't make any sense. You need what? Ability. Okay. So the one who made the iPhone, he had ability, but he doesn't have knowledge how to make an iPhone. Would he be able to make iPhone?
So just put them all together on iPhone.
Yeah, so I'm saying, what do you need? Knowledge. He has a knowledge, he has ability, but he doesn't have what? A free will. No, you need a free will. So this is small scale. What about on the larger scale? They have a you and I. Look to our creation, akhi. Wallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَفِي أَنفُسِكُمْ أَفَلَا تُبْصِرُونَ. Within yourselves there is a science. That's why the Quran, akhi, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَاخْتِلَافِ اللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ لَآيَاتٍ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ قِيَامًا وَقُعُودًا وَعَلَى جُنُوبِهِمْ وَيَتَفَكَّرُونَ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ رَبَّنَا مَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا سُبْحَانَكَ فَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ رَبَّنَا إِنَّكَ مَن تُدْخِلِ النَّارَ فَقَدْ أَخْزَيْتَهُ وَمَا لِلظَّالِمِينَ مِنْ أَنصَارٍ. Allah said within the creation of the heavens and the earth and the alteration of a day and night, it is what? Science. Science for people understanding, people intellect. Because of course, when I see the sun and the moon, you and I look nose next to our mouth, eyebrows above our eyes. We can speak, we can understand one another, we can communicate. To indicate about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, there is Allah. So, Hakimun Alim, Azizun Qadir. You see, you tell me energy. When you say define energy, the energy has been defined by all the physicists. According to the book of physics, energy is ability to do work. Are you taking the mix? So, ability to do work, create. Ability to do work doesn't exist in the real life. It has to exist in something. It's like you telling me I saw knowledge walking the streets. You know what I'm saying? Or I see Shamsi's quwwah, Shamsi's power walking the streets. Well, this attribute has to exist in something. You know? Playing with words, akhi. That's why my advice, brothers, according to my Muslim brothers out there who goes to uni, college, don't think this science, because there's two types of science. There's hardcore science, which is like making a wash machine, making a plane. That's alhamdulillah, understand? But there's this fake science where they are talking about universe, black holes, this and that, and the Muslims just blind following. Rather, we see some Muslims are trying to use this science to prove Islam, which is this flow.
But there's another thing, they're trying to distinguish between science and Islam. Like both of them, they can't do it.
No, they can, alhamdulillah, they can. Because some science things, yeah, we do accept. Nah, but science is, as I've mentioned, and if you want to go back to my brothers out there, even you, ikhwa, there is a website called aboutatheism.net by Abu Iyad. This brother who wrote the book here, this Islam. So he has Abu Iyad Amjad Rafiq. So you go to his website, look, he has many websites, I guess extremism. So take his book, okay, go to his website called aboutatheism.net, especially from Holland, and you say there's a lot of atheists there, you learn, akhi. 51%. Yeah, akhi. So what you have to have ilm first, because atheism, akhi.
I gave them the example about the car. Like, the car is not made just to look at it, to watch it. No, it's made to bring it from A to B.
Yeah.
And then it says, and then I say, yeah, especially with people, we didn't just be like
yeah,
this.
came
We have a
randomly, just
reason.
popped out of nowhere.
They say, no, but the car is made by people. They say, okay, let's look at a cow. A cow is made for a reason. It eats, milks, you know, and then they think, but
yeah. One of the arguments, we saw the person who made the car. So therefore, if you never seen him, you think the car came randomly. Is that you, someone knocking behind the door? because you cannot see him, therefore possibly door is knocking by itself. That's the logic, akhi. Wallah, atheism, akhi, I will say it. Stupidity. Foolishness. Wallah, akhi, sometimes I think, me myself, I start thinking, when I look to that, I'm walking the street, that's what Allah told us. Reflect, not just to you, to me, to the Muslims, to the Christians, to the Jews, to the atheists, to the Hindu, all of us. Reflect, look, there is an order, akhi. You can see this universe being taken care of. Because randomly, akhi, things happen. You see what? Sun going somewhere, the moon going this way, the stars going that way. Chaos. You see? As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, أَمْ خُلِقُوا مِنْ غَيْرِ شَيْءٍ أَمْ هُمُ الْخَالِقُونَ أَمْ خَلَقُوا السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ بَلْ لَا يُوقِنُونَ. So this is my advice to you, my brothers from Holland, that you go back and study these books, because you have a duty to do. Give da'wah. Because even some Muslims, they've been brainwashed in the universities in the West and colleges and schools that don't go against science. And there's many, even now, even in the West, the non-Muslims, they are not seeing that science is being misused big time by the atheists. Not any atheists, hardcore atheists, those militant atheists, like Richard Dawkins. Richard Dawkins in his book, Watchmaker, or something like that, what was it again? Because I read it, subhanAllah. He's mocking a brother. He said, you believe, even though there's no hadith said the Prophet flew on a horse to the seventh heaven. No, the hadith doesn't mention that. As the Shaykh Salih mentioned, the hadith that the Barraq, it was the Prophet traveled by it from Mecca to Masjid al-Aqsa. Not from Masjid al-Aqsa to the seventh heaven. That was something else was used. So he's mocking the Muslim. He said, you believe the Prophet flew on a horse to the seventh heaven? The Muslim, alhamdulillah, he said, yes, I believe, because I believe in God and believe in miracles. But guess what? Richard Dawkins, he said in his book, because he believed that this universe can happen anything, he said it is possible that a cow can fly to the moon. This same guy who's saying is mocking the Muslim, in his book, and I will send it to you. The book is online, PDF. You can read it. It's there. But I will tell you, you're the same person who believes this universe came from nothing. It's like you believe you have no money in your pocket and you give your father £5,000, but you have no money at all. You're broke. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us to reflect. That's why the truth that we have is universal. The truth that the militant atheists have, they manipulate it. Because they say there is evidence, but when you tell them, okay, let me look at it, no, you cannot, because you never studied. Let us read, trust us. We trust you because you have qualification from Oxford University, then I have to trust you. Maybe you're the biggest liar. And what is one thing Abu Iyad mentioned, very good point, ikhwa. Scientists, akhi, I'm not talking about every scientist, some out there, they are honest. But I'm talking about these militant ones. The likes of Richard Dawkins, Sam Harris, and other than them. Akhi, remember these scientists, they come in with the agenda already. So when they enter to the science circle, they come with the agenda. For example, if I have an agenda, there is no jacket on the earth. Jacket does not exist. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm studying and I come across jacket. Because I already have an agenda, I have a belief there's no jacket ever exists. So I will say, no, this is not jacket, this is a bag. And so I explain it away. These guys, they're coming with the agenda, atheism is the truth. So whatever proofs they're going to come across which indicate there is a creator, they will explain it away. For example, Richard Dawkins, when he debated in one of the universities, I believe in America, he said, he was talking about the fitrah. He said, even my colleagues, when you look to the universe, somehow you want to worship something. It's designed. Then he said, what? You think it's designed. It seems it's designed, but it's not. Like illusion. You think it's designed. Even one of these atheists, an Arab world, the foolish one, when they told him, look to the universe, how there's order. He said, Stephen Hawking said there is no order. So Stephen Hawking said there's no order, you have to believe him. So if there's no order in the universe, how come the sun always rises and sets? If there's no order, as I have mentioned, the sun is hitting the mountain, the star is hitting the earth is going somewhere.
It'll be random.
You'll be random, anything's happening, my brother. But the fact that you see what? Order, clear cut. But again, what they're doing, they are blind following the scientists. So we have to differentiate between two. There's science which deal with making planes, making cars, making this, making that. And there's science which deal with the universe, akhi. There's a lot of lies. A lot of kadib, akhi. Wallahi, a lot of kadib. Yes, they've been to the moon. How come we don't go back to the moon, brother? What moon you been to? And especially in Arab world, akhi. And they say, you watch it. In BBC News they say this. You know BBC News as mashallah wahi. Yeah. They don't know BBC News have agenda to lie as well. نعم. Or Fox News or ITV. So you don't know they said it in ITV News. You know our countries. You know what's that mean? No, but even look how they start pushing this in their movies. See what I'm saying? Who are the heroes? Them. Rambo he fought against the Soviet Union by himself. The whole Soviet Union, Rambo fought them up. What they should show you that not just no one except us in the West. See what I'm saying? So we have to be careful. We are just, there's out there in the West good doctors, good this, but again they are misusing science big time. And I mentioned even people out there who are watching, go back to the website of Abu Iyad, may Allah preserve him, about atheism.net, www.net about atheism.net. Very good, akhi. The way he breaks it down, wallah, akhi, mashallah, very, very good. Akhi, alhamdulillah, you know, the fitrah, wallahi, my daughter, yeah, I said, let me test my daughter. I said to her, who created creation? She said, God. I said, okay. I said, Aisha, if you see phone on the floor, what do you think? I said, someone dropped it. I said, no, maybe it came randomly. I said, no. Someone dropped it. She's 6. Why? You know, there's certain things that we learn. You know what it calls? It's called daruriyat. You learn, it comes part of your nature. For example, two contradictory things will never exist same time. Meaning, Shamsi, you claim Shamsi is in the speaker's corner. At the same time, doesn't exist in the real life. Ma'ruf, akhi. You cannot twist no one's brain to accept that. It's one known by nature. You see what I'm saying? Contradiction doesn't exist. Yeah. For example, as well, when you see nice house designed, naturally, you know, it's been made.